Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatihah binti Ahmad Fauzi, matrix number 139172 from LSP402 Group 2. I'm here to present my IOP presentation with its title Deepwater Horizon, its environmental impacts. I want you to imagine something. Let's imagine you're working offshore at an oil rig. Let's say its name is Deepwater Horizon. So you just finish your shift and you just chill in your room, maybe reading a book, maybe Skyping with your family members, or maybe just laying down, getting some rest. But suddenly, the lights in your room start to flicker, and the knickknacks on your desk start to rattle. Then the lights begin to shake, and there's rumble beneath your feet, and boom! There's smoke, explosion, and fire, and it seems that the well from hell had rise from the ocean floor. What happened? On 20th of April 2010, an explosion had occurred on an oil rig named Deepwater Horizon at the Gulf of Mexico, killing 11 people and injuring 17 others. The oil rig had sunk and the oil from the well had escaped and discharged into the Gulf. It is one of the major oil spills in the US history. I'm not going to tell you what exactly happened during that night, nor I'm not going to tell you who's at fault, but what I'm going to tell you is environmental impacts on the surrounding area. My first point on this incident, my first point on the environmental impacts on this incident is that it polluted shorelines in the United States and its land-based ecosystem. In the span of 87 days, the 134 million gallons of oil had escaped from the well and is discharged into the Gulf of Mexico. It fouled beaches, it fouled marshes, it fouled estuaries. It's horrible. On May 2010, it contaminated Louisiana beaches. And by June, it had contaminated Florida beaches, Alabama, and Mississippi. It is estimated that 1,770 kilometers of shoreline were greatly affected. Even though there are significant amount of cleanup efforts, it was not enough because the oil, it buried under the sand. And when it's buried, it's hard to clean that up. And if we do, it will harm the environment more. On to my second point. My second point on the environmental effects of this incident is that it kills wildlife. It kills the animals in the surrounding area. The northern part of the Gulf of Mexico is a home of 22 species of marine animals like manatees, turtles, dolphins, whales, and seabirds. The animals that live in these habitats are greatly affected. The oil had given adverse effects towards them. In fact, their reproductive system, they have organ failure, and when the oil covers their body, they have difficulty in breathing. They will suffocate and they die. According to a 2014 study, up to 800,000 of birds were estimated to be dead because the oil that covers their feathers affects their flying, affects their swimming, and affects their feeding habits. My last and third point of this presentation, the incident had caused the oil to stay in the environment, and it will stay there for years and years and years. It is because when the oil when the oil will sink down. The oil that doesn't get cleaned up will sink down deeper into the ocean. When the oil sinks down deeper, it will break down and will turn to clumps. And these clumps, the animals, little animals and microbes can eat this and enter into our food chain. When it enters to our food chain, it will cause toxicity in the animal. And when larger animals eat the smaller animals, it will increase its toxicity. And one day, those animals will end up in our plates and will cause health effects to us. In conclusion, the Deepwater Horizon incident has caused major environmental impacts. The ones that I just listed is too little. Therefore, everyone should have a collective responsibility and take action to avoid at all costs for any more major oil spills to happen in the future.